Hey everyone, I am here with the Super Simples number 8, I believe we're on. So we're getting close. Here is the quick little run through, and then I will go ahead and make one on camera all the way through just using glue. So I want to show you this one so you see if some ideas of sewing, and then I'll just put one together using just the glue. So what we have is just some, diagonal pockets. This is the diagonal pocket version. I can take this all out so you can kind of see the base. But all it is diagonal pockets. And you could order these in any layer you want. You could even cut them at different angles if you want something a little more varied. Behind the pocket, so when you put it in your book, you would glue it on these 3 sides. And there's also this fun little tuck in here. It's a little book. I spilled water on this one. But it's just a fun little printout with some little extras you could add on. And then you can open it, or you can glue it shut and just have it be a card. So either way. Or you could even sew it and have it be a pocket of itself. So there's lots of opportunities, but it's just a little tab. So I really wanted to play with some fun little tab ideas. So you'll see all sorts of different versions of tabs. So I just have in here some ephemera. You'll see this one, I've sewn that one. On these pockets, I sewed each of these slant top edges, and then all I did was line them up and sew all around the outside. And on this little collage that I made, I just used, I just sewed around it and then glued it on. But I have just some different kinds of tabs that are just fun, just to add some variation and some excitement. But different cards and little ephemera tab thingies, just different heights to add some interest. We have this card, and I sewed across that. So when you see these, let me show you what they look like. The little tabs, they're actually like this. So then you would fold it over the top of the page, your little tab, and then sew it or glue it into place. You could sew it just on half so that you could actually use this as a little booklet too if you wanted, because it does open, but I sewed and glued it together. So there's that, and then you could add your own little coffee dyed paper or some extra tags or whatever. And then this is just a fun little tag within a tag that has some journaling on the back with this cute little pocket. So that is the gist of it, to kind of just give you an idea of the overview. So let's go ahead and make one on camera. I better keep this out because I'll probably need it for reference. Okay, so let's start with our main pocket page. And I really like to sew these. It makes it super easy. Excuse me. But you don't have to. You can absolutely just glue. So I'm going to show you the glue version. So you'll see on this back piece, I tried to only print the part we needed so you don't have to waste extra ink. So that's why it's like that, if you're wondering. But we're gonna go ahead and just glue very lightly close to the edge so that our ephemera can fit in. But just on these 3 straight edges, we are going to go ahead and glue them down. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. All right, there's the first one. And then we're just going to go ahead and layer these. And because they're cut on the diagonal, then you'll be able to see the one behind it, just peeking out. And if you wanted, you could even do like a little half moon hole punch, or do one of the fun edge punches along these straight edges just to add some extra fun interest. It's just up to you. Looks like on the sample I did this one next, so I'll just stick to that so I don't confuse myself. It happens. You know what I'm talking about. We got some funky shadows today. That's okay. Hopefully you guys can see okay through the funky shadows. It's been like 100 degrees here for the last week. I'm dying, but it's okay. It's been pretty. All right, so easy peasy. Those are now all pockets, and I'm not gonna do too much with it right now so it can dry a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue some lace on here. We're just gonna move right through this. All right, right about there. Now you'll notice that I sewed around that little take flight sign, and you can if you want. And I really love sewing these tabs on. I'll give you a close-up. Just messy stitching back and forth. It just gives it a really fun feel. But I don't want you to think that's necessary. So let's go ahead with our cute little bird card. Now on this, if you want this to open up, just do your tab like that so that it still opens. Because if you do it like this, then you'll glue it shut. And that might be obvious to some people, but I've done it before, so I'm sure probably others have too. And I could be using my glue stick. I don't need this heavy duty glue for this, but I've got it here, so no biggie. All right. And then you can decide where you want that tab, if you want it up higher or lower. That looks good to me. Awesome. All right, let's see what other cute little, oh yeah, I did put this one on here too. I thought it was cute just to layer it. You don't have to, or you could use that just as a little bit of ephemera, just whatever. All right. And on my first one, I did sew around the edges of this before I sewed on, just because I like that stitching. It's fun. All right, so now we have our cute little tab. And I did have some other ephemera in this set that I didn't really end up using, but you could. So I think I'll put a little extra on it this time with this. And I'm gonna grab my glue stick real quick. Hopefully I'm staying on the camera. All right, just get a really good amount of glue on there. And this one needs to get glued down first because it's going underneath. So just a fun little collage, however you want it. There we go. All right, so we have now this big tall one. You could leave it, remember, open or closed. I am closing this one, so I'm gonna scoot that off to the side. And I'm gonna go ahead and close this one just with my glue stick. And there's a teeny tiny pocket that's gonna go on the front. On mine, I did sew it. If you're gonna sew it, you can sew it directly onto your pocket before, or you can sew around the edges and then just glue it into place when you're ready. Either way, and you got plenty of room. Now I used a different, I'll show you. I used this paper on mine, but then I didn't really like how it went with everything. So I changed it up to this one so it would kind of match the feel of everything else a little more. So if you notice that that is different in your kit, then that is why. And with this kit, I should also point out, I did all cardstock because there's not a ton of folding and bulks. So I just did the whole thing with cardstock to keep those pockets and those tabs nice and sturdy. And it's not a super thick one, so it worked out really good. All right, we're done with that cute little tag. And it just goes right into here. Ooh, I like that. I like how that goes with everything. Yay for the win. All right, I'll leave that out while it dries for a minute. Let's go ahead and start with our littlest. And again, I ended up gluing all of these shut because I'm planning on journaling on the backs of them. So I didn't need them to be open. All right, we have that. And then on this one, I used this cute little tab right here. I really like how these tabs were fun to play with and try it with different prints and stuff. So they turned out really cute. All right, I'm gonna slide that down a little. And then I did the stitching back and forth on mine, but you don't have to do that. All right, and in this bottom pocket, I also used this little guy. So those go in my very bottom pocket right here. There's 4 little pockets, so. All right, next I have this little guy. It's the taller, skinnier one. I kind of did shorter to taller, front to back, so that it wouldn't, so you could kind of see everything and it would give this nice layered look to it. Now I wanted to show you guys this on camera, but there is this ticket and it is double-sided, so you just fold it in half. And I couldn't find my hole punch where I can see everything, but I do have my favorite super old hole punch. So I'm gonna attempt, because you can't see where it's lined up as well, but I wanted to show you this a little trick of getting that half moon cut out on those tickets. So just use a little hole punch and kind of, oh, perfect. And just kind of eyeball it in my case. Hopefully you're doing a little better than eyeballing it, but it works. There you go. And then it creates just that little ticket cutout part. You know what I'm talking about. All right. This one goes only halfway, and I'm gonna use my heavier glue on this one just because it's the tab that you're gonna pull your little tag out with. So I want it to be pretty sturdy, and on my other one it's sewn, so I know it's sturdy. All right, there's that one. Cute, cute. And then that goes with this cute little egg piece that's super fun. I colored the eggs to match, so that's fun. Just like Easter. All right, now we have our taller tag right here. And again, I'm just gluing these halves together. And I just like to do this because it just makes it sturdy. And I like it to be sturdy. So I have a couple of these cute little word tags. Some of them have words or numbers or pictures or quotes. And if you wanted, this would be a great place to just add a little like extra dimension. Not too much because they're going in some really tight little pockets, but you could add something. It'd be fun. All right, this is our last tab for this one. And that one goes, I tried to center them, but you don't have to. Like, you could put them over to one side or the other, and that would be really fun too. So add your own signature and don't be afraid to go off script. That one I left a lot taller than the other one. That's cute. I like it. Fun, fun. All right, that one goes in this little pocket over here. And then this guy, I forgot his cute little tab. So here's this guy's little tab. There we go. Let's do the other side on the front this time. I'm such a rebel. All right, there we go. And this cute little guy goes in here. All right, so it's really that simple. And you'll see I do have a few other little pieces that I could put on somewhere. You could get some birds in there or whatever, add another word here or there on another one or two of these. And then when you glue it into your journal, just go on those 3 sides so you have this to pull out. Or if you wanted, you could put this tab on this edge right here and put it over on this side, just depending on the layout you want or where you want that big bulky piece to go. And this one's not too bad. This one's not too bulky, but all of these layers, you're gonna get some bulk. So, but way easy, and it's just way fun to experiment with different slanted pockets and different angles and different punches along the top or different inking methods. Just have some fun with it. This one's really fun to just add a little bit of your own personality to. So anyway, super fun. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to get to them. It might be easier to reach me on Etsy, but anyway, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.